Life's got no shortage of stories, awkward moments, unexpected twists, and those did that really just happen moments. Here on Cat Stories, we've packed a few into every video. My name's Kathleen and let's get into it. And for our next post, am I the idiot for calling out my BF's behavior? Me 27F and my BF 20AM are living together since 7 years now. Both of us are pretty happy with where we are in life. ATM. I'm almost done with uni plus part-time job. He got a job himself that he likes and together we earn enough money to live a bit carefree. There is just one thing, I do all the housework. Obviously I tried to talk to him about trying to help more several times. He says they can't clean the cat litter because it's disgusting. Same thing when they throw up or got poop zoomies. That's okay, some PPL can't do that cooking. Well, before starting uni, I actually became a chef, so I got something solid if I fail in uni, so he says I do it way better and he can't cook cleaning up. He hates cleaning coffee, tea, breakfast, as I'm flexible due to uni rarely starting early, so I time breakfast and a hot beverage fitting to his work time's dishes. When I'm persistent enough, he helps clothing. I do 95% of that and some other things related to daily tasks, so when I came home after a meeting around 12:30 p.m., he was hungry and I said can't right now. Need to do 12 things thesis related. We'll cook after that. His answer was, oh, so I can't eat right now. Well, as I was a bit stressed out by the meeting and I just thought fudge it and went in the kitchen and started cooking. One of our cats didn't like the food I gave them the evening before and was a bit naughty, so she played a bit with the paintings on the wall in his room. So I could hear he, take care of this cat, will you? I'm working and can't right now. So I did. While cooking, I did some housework on the side. A few days before that we replaced our wardrobe for a bigger one and put the smaller one that does not look like a wardrobe at all in the office for office things. He said his older clothes that don't fit anymore need to be washed before being placed in the new wardrobe, so about 4 washing machine loads later there was a pile of clothing in the bedroom and I had no time to do that yet. So that pile was still there on said day I had the meeting for my thesis. When he changed clothes after being done with work, he came out of the bedroom and said still looks like stuff exploded in there. I was kinda pissed there and said, well, put away your shit yourself then. I'm busy too and it's not my fault if you are a lazy person who wants their mommy to bring them food and drinks all day while cleaning up after them. This obviously made him mad and he said, I'm busy working all day. You are being a bitch right now and I'm not up for a conversation like this. That hurt me a bit and due to being stressed already I just cried a bit and all I got to hear was, oh come on, don't overreact now, and he just ended the topic with that. Do you think am I the idiot for calling him out like this in that manner? Did I upset him more than I should have with that, and did that make me the ass? And for our next post, am I the idiot for refusing to help with our dog? Me and my family got a dog a while ago, who is now 112. She's a Cocker Spaniel and extremely stubborn. Since we got her, we've been battling potty training her. More like me and my sister vs my mom and her husband, who refuse everything. The vet told us exactly what to do to potty training her, and told us everybody in the house needs to be on board. They both refuse. She is still not even close to being potty trained. I'm now trying crate training. We have a closed off space where I bring her to potty, and when she does I praise her and she gets a treat. It all goes down the drain when my mom gets home. She calls me cruel for putting her in the crate 30 minutes and yells at me to take her out. She calls me cruel for standing outside for 10+ minutes with a dog so she has time to pee. She gets horrible tones with me for trying to help this dog. She refuses any and everything she's been told so the dog can be potty trained. At this point, I'm done. I'm not going to fight a losing battle. I told her she either lets me do this so she can be potty trained, or I won't do anything at all since nobody wants to even attempt anything. It doesn't help that my sister moved out, so it's all on me. I'm even refusing to clean the house because it gets ruined with pee and poop. All day, every day. Am I the idiot for this? And for our next post, am I the idiot for printing too much paper? My 33 male boyfriend and I 31 female live in a small studio apartment and have lived together for over 5 years. I sat down to plan my month out in my agenda and print out some school papers. My teacher gives us slides and I print them out 6 per page to write notes on them. She sent over 3 chapters worth of slides, so it was quite a bit. My boyfriend then put a show on for us to watch and after a while started to get annoyed at the printing noise and I told him I was printing stuff for school. I was already planning my month out when he sat on the couch to put something for us to watch. It irritated him to the point where he had to pause the show and go outside for a smoke. I then became also very annoyed that he could be so irritated at something so small. Am I just inconsiderate of the printing or was he overreacting? Should I have stopped printing? And for our next post, am I the idiot for treating my ex-boyfriend's fever? We were together for 1.5 years and the relationship ended 2 years ago. Our relationship was great and we quickly became inseparable. A few months in, he lost his job, which took a big toll on his mental health. I supported him for 6 months and we went on frequent holidays, which helped his mood. Financially, I was never responsible for him. We even wanted to buy a house together but couldn't find the right one. We also talked about marriage and starting a family. Eventually, we moved into my place. Shortly after that, he developed a fever and had frequent shivering fits. I was really worried because he had leukemia as a child, so my first thought was to take him to the emergency room to at least get some blood tests done. We went, and everything came back within normal range. I'm a nurse and work with fever patients all the time. By the second day, I suggested he take some fever medication, but we argued about it over the next few days. He refused any medication, insisting that his immune system would fight it off and that the fever was a good thing. However, when his blood pressure dropped and his heart rate increased, I told him he had two choices, either take some fever medication or go to the hospital and get admitted. He reluctantly took the medication ibuprofen and paracetamol, never exceeding the recommended dose, and after a few days, he got better. Then he told me he was leaving me because I was mean to him while he was sick. His exact words, I didn't bring him a cold towel for his forehead. I didn't bring him his fever-lowering snack salt sticks. I raised my voice and I forced him to take medication. He was also convinced that the medication damaged his kidneys and used that as another reason to leave. He left the next day. Looking back, I wonder if he had homeopathic beliefs or if he had been planning to leave me for a while and just use this as an excuse. I honestly can't tell. So, am I the idiot? And for our next post, am I the idiot for cleaning my roommate's dishes? F21 needed to get water from the kitchen tap to drink last night when I saw that my roommate F21 had cooked and left her dishes in the sink. The dishes were piled up so high and stacked on top of already dirty dishes that had been there for multiple days. I literally couldn't fit my water bottle to get water from the tap. So, I saw that her lights were on and I could hear her talking on the phone in her room, so even though it was around 12 a.m., I put all the dishes in the dishwasher. When I was almost done putting the dishes away, she closed her light, which I assume meant she was going to bed. It took me roughly 20 minutes to do it all, and of those maybe the last 5 minutes her lights were off. These were mainly her dishes. I let her know that I started the dishwasher and then I got a text asking to not do the dishes after 12 a.m. because it was too loud and she was sleeping. Am I the idiot for cleaning up her mess while she was clearly awake and not sleeping? I'm a bit annoyed because she didn't even say thank you or anything in some of those dishes. She didn't even bother throwing away her half-eaten food. She also routinely cooks after 12 a.m. and does laundry after 12 a.m., so I didn't see any of this as anything out of the ordinary. And for our next post, am I the idiot for not picking up Mike's friend at the airport? My ex and I mutually broke up over a year ago. We tried to reconnect as friends a year later, but I quickly realized I was still attracted to her and told her I wouldn't be able to be platonic friends. She said she didn't want more. We went back and forth for a few months with stretches where we wouldn't hang out and some where we would hang a lot. A week ago we hung out every day. I basically just keep slipping back into the friends thing as we enjoy each other's company, and I'm having a hard time sticking to the not being platonic friends thing. I also know intellectually we probably shouldn't be dating. She asked me to pick her up from the airport. It rubbed me the wrong way because one, I'd never ask a friend to pick me up from the airport randomly. It's just a stray 1-hour flight to a city where all her friends and family live, not like a big reunion or trip to an unknown place or anything. And two, she had just recently rejected me after I said I wanted it to be more, yet she still wants me to pick her up from the airport knowing how I feel. She asked me again if I would do it. I ended up making plans around the same time and said I would be busy, but now I feel guilty. Am I the idiot? And for our next post, am I the idiot for sulking after playing a video game with my girlfriend? GF and I play Mobile Legends together. It's like Dota or League of Legends for the phone. My GF tends to get really into each match and is, in my opinion, emotionally volatile when playing, which causes me to get uncomfortable. I've explained this and she insists she doesn't really care and isn't really that upset. Fine, whatever. It looks like she is, and it makes me super uncomfortable to the point where I want to just end the game right there when she yells or thumps the table. My play style is to burst down the enemy while being mobile, strategic enough to not be bursted myself. Because of this, I never buy defensive items as it runs counter to my gameplay. This annoys my girlfriend, who insists every match that I need to buy defensive items and reminds me of this whenever I die. Thing is, I usually die less than her, but she insists I need defensive items and gets angry at me. So what I started doing was selling whatever items I have and just buying what she wants me to and essentially throwing the game. This infuriates her and it's all my fault, according to her. She says I sulk when, in my opinion, I just lose the fun and get uncomfortable. I stop talking and caring about the game because she essentially takes the fun out of it, and that's a wrap for today's stories. If you had a favorite or something similar happen to you, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. See you soon. Cat signing off.